Hello and welcome back to another live stream. Today we are jumping back into Space Engineers, Areas at War, and yeah, we've been making pretty good progress on a few things. My energy, however, is low. Let's just make sure I'm not in creative mode because I was just taking some screenshots. There we go. Let's just get some energies, and then I'll give you a quick tour of the base, and then we'll jump right into what we're up to today. Okay. So base first. There was a slight mishap when I was doing something earlier, which I'll show in a second, where I repainted the entire base. So I have gone around with the paintbrush and addressed a few things. It's not, it's far from being fixed or complete, but it does have a splash of colour now, and it's looking okay. I'm not quite set on the colour schemes, but no, it's okay. It's okay. It's getting there. So we have a gravity generator now. Most of the stuff is the same. There's a remote control block and a defensive AI block to manage the guns for us. So we're popping out any stragglers that go past. Painted these things up a little bit. Put in a screen for auto crafting for Izzy, to make sure that we have supplies to hand. Filled in a few of the gaps. What else did I do? I think these H2O2 generators were there before. A couple of oxygen tanks, or a few oxygen tanks put in place. Painted these hydrogen tanks. But the exciting stuff is outside. So let's pop outside. So a few things I did here. I capped this off a little bit more, and played with putting in some hangar doors and an airlock. And these are set up using a mod which is auto airlocks. So basically now I approach within 50 meters, and it will open these airlocks, and then 50 meters away it will automatically close. Likewise with this little hatch. And I put the hatch this way around because this thing has a light, so it's quite easy to see when it's pretty dark. I put in an antenna and a beacon just to make moving about and communicating with the base a bit better. And then the exciting stuff is basically these guns. So I put in a couple of artillery turrets just here, fortified in a kind of bunker style, which I quite like. It's a little bit flat on top, but I wanted enough distance between them to really kind of make a difference. These have the auto repair mechanic, so welders dotted underneath them. And then on this side, I mix things up a little bit. So I have these assault cannons, 4 barrels from the Warfare 2 mod, and a rocket launcher just there. Again, auto weld is set up. I raise the rocket launcher a little bit so it would have clearance of these guns, and yeah, I need to tweak this. I'm a little bit terrible when it comes to matching up the right blocks, but that needs to be addressed. And I threw on a few more lights, and then kind of thought a bit more about what I'm going to do around here. So I was thinking about making this area on this side more of a docking platform for the big ship, and then as we mentioned before, having some kind of small shipbuilder around in this area. But those are ongoing projects. You know, Rome is not built in a day, although it fell in one, which is why we have these guns. So yeah, That's the general design now of the base itself. Now, the project today is, as I was kind of working through some of these things, I realized that when we started in space. We didn't start on a planet. And as such, we're actually missing out on some of the resources that come with this scenario. In this specific case, we're missing out on crocs. I think it's crocs. There is crystal that we need to get as well, and there's an alloy that you can get, or a metal you can get, and ore for reinforced armor pieces. So we're going to start working through some of those things. And I was wondering for some time about some mechanic to actually have a starter base auto-deployed. So this won't actually build the base, although it has everything set up, and we have a blueprint already for the base. But basically it's a large cargo container with some landing legs on, and some mag plates, some parachutes at the top, and a few of the essentials that you need when you're starting up a new base. So it's got an antenna, it's got a survival kit, it's got a couple of batteries. Batteries are super important, especially for deployables. Anything without a battery or that's not connected to a grid can disappear and get cleaned up. And the additional things it has here, it's got an ore detector. So I've used the large grid, small grid hinge adapter. So a large grid hinge with a small head on top. And I've thrown on a few things on here. So a couple of event controllers, programmable blocks, and some timers and antenna and ore detector and kind of that sort of stuff. So that saves on resources, that saves on a bit of time, and that saves on space. The idea was to keep this fairly cheap, because this may not work the first time around. Although it is packed with resources that I think we need for building out the base. But that's the plan. I then painted it and made it look like a kind of little waspy thing after something I saw on the Steam workshop page for space engineers. Got a couple of little cameras for eyes. These parachute blocks are painted red. A little yellow nose, blue body, and a little yellow tail at the back. So that was the plan. I don't know if this is going to work. It may not work. Yeah, there's a few things I would change, but I kind of slapped this together and I wanted to see how it would work. Slightly worried if the parachutes aren't going to deploy. They are set to auto-deploy from 500 meters. It might be a little bit low. I might think I might adjust that on the way there. But yeah, it's attached to the ancillary docking port that we created a few episodes ago. And there's a merge block as well, just to make sure everything stays kind of in place as we jump about. So yeah, that's what we have. And then because where we're going, Lazuno, which is over in this direction, is an atmospheric planet, and I don't want to kind of waste hydrogen flying this thing around. Besides, this thing is not great inside an atmosphere. On our little docking adapter that we built and we use for transporting stuff around, we created another of the Gladius, another ship from the Steam workshop. In fact, I should mention the person's name, and I should try to add it to the description. So, the Macrat. Beautiful little ship, nice combat ship, atmospheric. It's got Gatling guns, it's got Gatling turrets, and it's got a few rocket launchers which are on the underside. Down here. I need to remember the orientation of this thing when we undock it, so nothing untoward happens. But this is a good ship. I've used this ship before. It's pretty maneuverable, a little bit power hungry, but yeah, it's good. It's a fun fly. And that's for kind of getting around and scouting and that sort of stuff. So that's the plan. We're loaded up. I think we're configured. These batteries are on auto. Is this antenna? It's currently off. Let's turn that on. They're currently on. Let's turn that off. And yeah, we're going to see if this thing will actually work. So I'm taking bets. 3-1 against. I think at the moment. I think the riskiest thing is really the mass. And I did not do the smart thing, which was use the parachute calculator that there is. So yeah, that's the plan. That's what we're going to do now. So we've got a bookmark for the planet. Let's turn this thing off of filling up the tanks. We're at 100%, so that's all good. Turn on the thrusters and disconnect. Okay, that was the wrong disconnect. Because that disconnects our docking adapter. Okay, well we've made our mistake, so hopefully there's going to be no more. I seem to remember it is connector 3, but I have a few connector 3s, so let's go and do this by hand. Okay. So that is connected, We will disconnect this one. It's 5. It's 3. I should really name these. Locked and off. Okay, and that stops the turning it off after you disconnect it, stops the automatic attempt to reconnect, the magnetization thing that happens. It's now demagnetized. Okay. Get a bit of camera angle. I did turn off the gun at the back, our little bug. I don't really have a good name for it yet. I was thinking of Tick. Hey Eric. I'm doing good, thanks. How are you? Sorry, I was concentrating on what I was doing. I didn't see chat. Okay, so we're heading in this direction. So let's align up. Okay, and jump drive, this is the bookmark that we have. We're not going to be able to get all of the way, but it will get us some of the way. Okay, looking good. Okay, it doesn't like that, so we'll do a blind jump as far as we can go. No, that is not correct. These jump drives are annoying sometimes. Because even though we can't get the full distance, it won't let us jump into a gravity well. So we're going to aim towards the kind of North Pole, because that's where the crate's going to be. 1,366 kilometers. There we go. Okay, 1,304 left. That's good. off. Reorient so we're kind of near the top. There is a map for... let's have a look. So this is a map that you can find on GitHub I think it's from the creator of the game. And we're going to be heading for the Crocs that is located around here, which is kind of near the... is that the equator? Looks like the equator. So we'll take a look there. That's the plan. There's a couple more deposits. There's one at kind of this pole. But I figure, I don't know for sure, but I figure that there's going to be some iron and other things around this area anyway. And this thing is fairly easy to spot. You know, we're just looking for this kind of dip. And then that should take us there. So that's the plan. It's going to take 6 minutes to recharge. So while that's recharging, we can head out and I can double check a little tick. We can take a look and see if it's all like it should be. We'll keep the antenna off until we're ready, until we're over the planet in 0G, and then I will come out and turn something like the antenna on. Like this vegetable on the side. Antenna. Batteries are auto. I'm worried about batteries. Build and pair. This should be off. I'm more worried about these things because I've not played with parachutes before, and I've got the height set at the moment to be 500 meters, and that kind of feels a bit low to me. So maybe let's adjust this to, I don't know, 750. If you've played with parachutes before, please let me know. I would like for this to be relatively successful, but I have not. I figured 4 should be enough. Okay. And auto deploy is on. There's a battery. The battery's on auto, so it should be that should be good. Projector's off. This is really a spare docking adapter. So while we kind of get the base set up, we've got something that we can kind of dock with to recharge. We can also, I guess we can also use, well, this one's going to be pointed to the ground. Can't really use that. I'm a little bit worried about this. I'm not sure if this is gonna get in the way of this thing kind of landing relatively straight. Yeah. That's my biggest concern, is this thing kind of landing straight. But it's not a huge deal. So, you know, we can, as long as we can access the cargo container, well, as long as the cargo container doesn't get bandwaxed, then essentially we can rebuild pretty much everything from that. We do have power. There's a reactor on here as well with a little bit of fuel inside, so we should be kind of okay for that. We've got a survival kit. Building repairs can handle building out from our template. So yeah, the biggest risks I think are the parachutes not working, either not deploying or not slowing us down enough. The little tick not landing straight. We do have, technically we have 4 points to stabilize with. So we've got these feet here, we've got this merge block, and we've got this connector. We do only have 2 mag blades up here, so that could be a problem. But yeah, we shall see. Yeah, it's a nice thing about this. It's fairly easy to explain. I put 2 bobs on just to make things go a little bit faster with the build out. And then the overall plan, I think, is that we bring this thing into the atmosphere around I guess a kilometer, 2 kilometers from where we will be, and then we let it loose. Just make sure that merge block is set up. So then, yeah, we get 2 kilometers away from where we want to drop it. We'll drop it, go back into space. We should be able to comfortably hover with our arse pointing towards the planet, I think. A few kilometers away. So that shouldn't be too much of a problem, I think. The ship is quite heavy, but we have a reasonable amount of so we drop it, and then we probably whip into, or we'll take a look and see how it lands, and then we can decide what to do. This thing is purely atmospheric, so this will need to be in the right place as well. I can't remember if this thing has parachute. It does. And it has parachute as well. Cool. Just the one. Okay. Parachute. So this could be another option, of course. What we could do is we could drop a tick first. So let's go to 2 kilometers. And just drop the tick. Check for that deploys and lands. And then we'll come back down to a reasonable and we can be worried the tick is set to 750. I don't know. But then, so what I'm thinking is we can go to back down to a reasonable height, and then we can just drop this off. Make sure the to deploy is enabled, and yeah, we can drop this, and then that will glide down. Well, we can actually jump into it, I guess. Like if we're in the gravity. They're pretty charged. I think this has a reactor above. That has, we might have some. Still jumps that way. Oh, that's the ship. Jetpack. So let's have a look. Do we have any? That's some uranium. So that should be okay. Okay. So yeah, we'll probably. I do not know. Let's get to the planet, find our location, and do one thing at a time. So our distance is 1, 2, 3. So some dumps of speed. I once jumped too close and I was going at max speed and almost crashed into the station. I beat myself. It was close. It was close. We're looking for the volcanic area. I think it's towards the top. Okay. 1, 2. Bring it down a little bit. A little bit more. There you go. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. Where are we? Oh, okay. We're in a pretty good place, I think. Okay, now we're looking for the volcanic area. GC beacon there. Okay. We're going to have to take that out, but I don't really want to do that while we are carrying this heavy load. I see... what do I see over this side? These darker areas are the volcanic. So yeah, we're looking for a kind of a river of lava. And it's either this side or on the right hand side at the top. I'm not 100% sure. So while that's moving along, let's have a look. This is a fairly large patch. So, like, it's hard to tell from here. I think that's it. what could be the lava over this side. I don't want to get too close to that GC outpost, the beacon that you see. Like, we can probably take it out, and we may take it out, and usually those things are a station. How are you guys doing? Middle of the week, Wednesday. Although my daughter and I were convinced it was yesterday was Thursday. She's been sick with a stomach bug. It's been a long few days. So it's been a long few days, and I'm just going to try and go for it. Here are the schools and the Keteries at summer holiday. I have a mod installed which shows me where we'll end up based on the vector. So that blue rectangle that you see on the screen. There's that. So we're in the gravity, so let's pull out a little bit. This ship is once it's caught, it's somehow a little tricky to get out. So that's definitely the one of the volcanic areas. Let's dump some speed, so we can take a proper look. So 0.7 Gs when we are 92 kilometers from the center. I don't see a river yet. I don't know if that's a sunrise. I have to get a bit closer, I think. That be it on the left-hand side. It actually is. It is looking more promising, I think. slowing down. Let's look here. Let's see. I don't think it's like it could be this one. I think it's more likely that it's going to be this one because it is much bigger. I think we're looking at this way. Set our camera up. Get a bit more distance. Taking me a little bit. I think if we head this way. Shouldn't be so much of a problem, but we are carrying the tick and the gladius. Okay, are they bolting? No, it's coming up. Right, there you go. Okay, now we need to worry about excitement. We're in Jupiter's gravity. So the ship is good. I'm not the best, as you can see, I'm not the best of pilots. But, gotta remember to keep my nose down and to rotate so the guns on all the sides can get a chance to pull apart them. So I'm seeing a big pool of lava. That's doing that. Like it could be, one of them could be this one, the big one, and then there's small ones around here. We don't necessarily have to go for this one. There's no reason why we can't go for this one. So if we see a grouping of volcanoes and lava pools, which I kind of think we do, let's over this side. That's probably the big one. So if these are the small ones, then that's the big one. And we're coming in between. We're probably around here. One of the reasons for the aiming for the lava river is that I imagine that terrain will be slightly better. Let's just check a couple of things. Damage there. Okay, yeah. So there's the little ones, there's the big one. So now allowing gravity. So out more. Okay, there's the river. There on the right hand side. Can't believe we lost the clearness. There's the hook that we're aiming for. Okay, so let's turn ourselves up. while that's getting into position, the cross is on the inside part of it near this kind of bend, away from what looks like it's a volcano. So I imagine it's on that kind of directly ahead from where we are. Building repairs with the fire out, which is good. Oh, sort of a bit of bam-jaxing of the armour along that side. Okay, we're in point 1. Definitely in this kind of corner where we're aiming for. And I think we're kind of getting over it now, so I'm going to put the downwards back on. Now let's tilt this up. So we are past that. And gosh, great. So it's kind of over. Like not the most efficient way to maneuver, gravity well, but we are moving. Now the question is, do we reverse in over? The answer to that is going to be yes. Let's get the reticle underneath us. So it should be kind of this way. Maybe a little bit more like here. Okay. There we go. So let's have this slow down. And yeah, we're gonna let it free. I think. Okay, we're at 0. Okay, what do you think the odds are? Is it gonna work? Little tick. Hello. Okay. Disconnect. Power off. That's done, that's done. Parachutes set to 700. I'm going to adjust them, I think. I'm going to adjust them. I should have done the Gladius, because then it would have survived, I think. I'm going to set this to 1,000, I think. That would make me feel a little bit more comfortable. Okay, there's 3. That's 4. Okay, that's done, that's done. The batteries are on auto. They've got some juice. I'm going to turn the reactor on, just so they can get a bit more as they go down. It's on auto. Parachutes are on auto. And we're charged. The antenna is on. This antenna is on. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Adios. Fly, be free, little tick. Still choked about the Gladius. That's going to stop. Let's go into spectator camp. Should be around here. Can I... Signals are on. Let's look at the entity list. Not. I thought I gave it a name, but maybe. Oh, there it is. Okay. The parachutes worked, I think. Can't really see how high we are. It's kind of oriented in the right way. Okay. Can't remember if I put the ore detector on or not. It would have been a wise move. This is pretty cool though. So that was opened at 1 kilometer from the ground. I don't know if parachutes have a timer. Oh, is this the ground? Yes! And look at that, look at that. Sweet. That worked. Should have got a hinge lock on the on the hinge. Okay, nice. That worked. It's relatively level, I think. Okay. Nice. Ah, cool. Okay, that's good. I'm pleased. That pretty much worked. Let's see what happened to our Gladys. That okay, landed. Ass first. Oh, poor little thing. Yeah, that was a mistake on my part. I should have set the parachutes to open when we were in there looking earlier. Okay. So that is good and that works. So we can come to land. I think. Let's take our dampers off. Coming in arse first. Our main thrusters are back. We should be able to decelerate in time. Coming out. Yeah, that's okay. Sweet. Cool. So, you know, the test really then there was about would the parachutes work when the container was fairly heavily loaded? Was it going to orient itself in the right way? You know, what was going to happen? And that was pretty successful. So we'll use this this one to get the set up and hopefully find some crocs nearby, and we can mine that. And then the next iteration would be about using timers and event controllers to kick off the build process. So essentially turn on the projector so that the projection goes out. I'm not sure how we do the how we make sure it's oriented properly with the land. Maybe we can just do that remote. So we would turn on the projector, turn on the projection. See anything yet? So turn on the projector will come out. There's an antenna on the container. Okay, put our dampers on. And then I'm thinking maybe we can remote manipulate the projector so that it is aligned to the ground. The problem is going to be that it needs to be attached to the grid. So yeah. We're 9 kilometers from it. I might have to increase the antenna range. Slow down. We're coming down pretty close to where it landed. So it's about 0.7 kilometers. So slow down. Fast. The color of this rock, what the landscape actually looks like. It's got like searchlights. We want to be fairly close to it. We do have the maglev. It's probably close enough. Tell. Maybe a bit closer. Don't be too far from it. I don't want to be too close that it messes up. Like we will build a landing pad. Close. Are we there? We landed. It's the maglev. Anything engaged? Unlocked, 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 locked. Okay, we've got one that's locked. That's cool. That's good for now. Okay, nice. So that was a success. Let me just check my oxygen isn't great, but the hydrogen's okay. Okay. And there she is. Look at that baby. Hello, come to Papa. It looks pretty pretty intact. And there were 5 chutes inside. There's none left now, so it went through all 5. Okay, that is that's good to know. Same on all of them. Yeah. Okay, cool. And we are pointing in that direction. It's we're on the right toolbar. Get a drill in our hands. Okay, there's the beacon over there. I think that's the one that's in orbit. Like if we had the Gladius, then we could have scouted around. But we got jumped, and yeah, ended up being a thing. Doesn't look like anything shook loose. Our detector is on. It's at max range. Not showing us anything. So, like, I don't really have any bearings at the moment. Is that the river? find some ore. Whoop. It's very, very dark, isn't it? Is my light on? Yeah. .2 Gs, okay. So we can go through our hydrogen pretty quickly. Oh, okay, no. Now it's finding the ore. Like, I think it would have been smarter scouting out beforehand so we had a precise location for where the ore was. Ah, nickel. Okay. Some. Nickel. It would have been too much to ask to land on top of it. I can barely see anything in this color of this material. Can't see any patches either. It's like absorbs all the light. Ouch. Over the side. No. Okay, well that thing's not going to give us hydrogen or oxygen. I have automatic doors over my bacon more than once. Still got some missiles on me. Oh, I've got plenty of oxygen and hydrogen here. We'll take a few of those though. Okay, so let's get a bit of, I don't know what time of day it is. Oh, ah, God. Because I turned my dampeners off by mistake. I can barely see my body. So what I was planning on doing is getting a bit of height, finding the river again, which I think was over, oh there's the river. Okay. The nickel that we saw just now. Okay. So I'm going to go around this edge because I think that will take us around. We have to build another Gladius and bring it back. pretty far from the ship. Not too far from the ground. Okay, nothing in that direction so far. Let's try this one. Whoa, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Because it's so dark and you can't see it, it's hard to judge your speed. The problem is that I don't have, I don't think I have an auto detector on the big ship. Where's the... I'm trying to get some bearings. Come on, Crocs. Where are you? Don't be shy. I'm going to find you eventually. Shouldn't be too far off the ground. Like usually there's a visual indicator when on the ground when there's ore patches underneath it. Ah, Crocs. There we go. There we go. Aha! Crocs, Chroniix. Okay. So here's the Chroniix. Let's get on top of it. 16.6. There you go. Okay, there we go. So we weren't too far off, 2 kilometers away. That's there's a lot of blocks to build a a conveyor. Oh. But let's GPS this. Chroniix. Check supplies. We still got 400%. So now I'm gonna come up and head in this direction. Chroniix still, and keep on going until it disappears. Until I don't see it anymore. Because the field itself is probably going to be quite large. Like this is, yeah, it's still going down. So we were 2 kilometers from the furthest edge of it. Come on, let's get under a kilometer. That would make me happy. That looks like it's going to be the max. So let's, yeah. Let's go backwards until we're at around 25 on that one. Well, there we go. 25. 15.9. Okay. So that is 1.1 kilometers away. which is pretty good aim. Considering it was completely blind, we were going in via the map. We didn't have a GPS marker on the planet. That came in pretty good, I think. We can definitely work with a kilometer. Now my plan here is basically for a big drill. So let's head over here. I've got a dust storm. It's good for the batteries. So lightning. I had lightning off. Let's have a look. 3 to 1 tick. Okay. There's the antenna. So the antenna is essentially pointing in the direction of the deposit. And it's on the opposite side of the projector. Okay. Let's come up here. And let's turn you... those turn you on. And then how do I control that? Okay, so let's make sure that I don't know why it's saying there's no conveyor, well it definitely is conveyor. Fly mode, start, turn off build view. Now grab the projector. And I really do need to clean up my blueprints. Which one? Is it mining based template? I don't think it's that one. Fence grid. Could be this one. This building. No, it's not that. Oh, there's a gold mining one. That one, I don't think that's the one I want though. I've made a few different blueprints of there's a settlement that I had. There's that one. This one is one that is a base that I took over and then rebuilt. Don't think it's that one. It's definitely not that one. Do they call it outpost? No. I don't think it's that one. No, those two, those are recent ones that I was playing with. I guess I could use this one. Oh my god, is that it? No, it's a simple miner. There was that gold mining base one that was okay, but that only had one refiner. It did have walls and quite a lot of cargo. do, what to do. What are you? It's definitely not you. Simple mining base. It could be this one, but there's not enough blocks, I don't think, for it to be this one. But let's have a look. Oh no, hang on, that looks promising. There's the connector, that was the piston that I set up. Those are the refiners, but this is before I set up the thing, but it's got power generation. Yeah, I think that's the one I was thinking of. And it's an earlier version of the one I was making, which means it's kind of a bit easier to build. And that's kind of what I had in mind. I don't really like the storage on this one though. Although the landing pad on this was okay, and it was the right size for this thing. So we could actually start with that, and just get it to build the landing pad side, and then we can kind of take it over from there. So I think that's what we're going to do. So let's turn our bookmarks on, and we can turn these off. We want to keep the Chronix ones. Yeah, turn that off. Turn on that one. So the Chronix is over in that direction. So let's where's the projector? This side. And actually, we might be able to try another little trick. Yeah. So there's a little trick you can do if you have an antenna up and running. I'm just worried about the orientation of this. It's basically use the remote connect, so Shift K, and then connect to the terminal. Go to the projector. And now you can adjust the parameters. Yeah, without actually being directly in front of the projector or having a control panel or some other helm nearby. So the orientation looks okay. Kind of, but we want to switch it around. We want to have it in that direction. So we want it 90 degrees down that way, I think. So look. Yeah. But we're at a little bit of a kilter. Ouch. Yeah. Yeah, this, I'm not sure this is actually going to work because this thing's tilted. So plan B is we do it from scratch. A little Rugrat has come in to say hello. What's up, Piccolo?
I love you.
I love you too. You okay?
Yeah.
You feeling okay? How's your tummy?
What is this?
That's your medical book. Because we need to arrange.
Why?
Yeah, because we need to arrange for a checkup for you.
Why? I'm doing this fine.
I know you are, but they have to check you up every so often. It's the rules. Okay. So yeah, we're going to build something from scratch. So the issue is basically the orientation of this doesn't allow us to easily use a projector. We could fix that issue by using maybe a hinge or a couple of hinges so that we can recenter maybe this part. Maybe we put the hinges kind of up here with the legs, and then we can adjust the pitch and the yaw of this more precisely. Get something that's kind of flat with the terrain, and then build out with the projector this way around. But yeah, that's not the case. So we don't need those. One's empty, so we can put that in there. Let's grab some plate. Okay, so the first thing we want to build out is a landing pad for this, I think, and we are heading in this kind of direction anyway. We want to stay within, at the moment we want to stay within the range of this, because then the bob will help us out. So make sure these are on. Okay. And gravity align mode is like this way. We'll start out by building some scaffolding with this, and we're going to start going in this type of direction, I think. Let's get clear of the ship. Okay, gotta start somewhere. Okay. Bob, what are you doing? Looks like one of the bobs is not configured right. Fly, grind if well gets stuck. 321, 100, 51. Don't build new but help others. Should be 321, 100, 100. Turn that off. Sometimes when you just throw a block down, it's not properly owned. Own blocks are basically anything that you can grind and hack. Okay. So now we're in gravity align. Can't do the orientation a bit. Grid, free placement. Might have to use free placement actually. So you can tune it a little bit. Because I want it to point in this direction. I think that's gravity. I prefer to trust gravity than my own senses. So we can't easily move this pod. Actually, thinking of it, would that be a better idea? What if we put wheels on this thing? Like we put 2 there, and 2 there. And then there's a wacky ideal, which we use 3x3. They can be big enough, or 5x5. 3x3 left. Is that off-road? I don't really know what the difference is here. Off-road, right, off-road, left. And this is going to be the right. And I forget which way around the thingies are. The yellow section to the top. I think this could be big enough. This is maybe something for next time. We can put on wheels and grind the wheels off. Have just the suspension on it. And then once we land, we jack it up and gonna have to jack that up anyway. But this is why we are engineers. Well, hey. Nice and then just kind of put that on there. No. On here? Yes. Okay. And I have learned to always put on a mag plate. The number of times I've tried jacking something up and it ends up slipping away underneath me as I've lost count. Up as well. Okay. One thing at a time. Don't tell me we don't have large shield tubes. I know we have. I put some in there. Is that functional? Yes. So, oh, shoot. Let's put that on one, and then let's just make sure these are off. Same on the side. This will look off. Hello? Hello? Is there a gap under there? Are you locked? Yes. Why aren't you moving? You are unlocked. You are unlocked. Do you think you're a station? carry on there, and then one wheel there. You got enough clearance, Bubba? Yes. Okay. Is that helped on this side, I wonder? Yes, nice. Okay. Stop you. Okay. And then Gucci made. Okay. Cool. Okay. And then I'd like to have a bit more clearance, so let's see what we can adjust here. Where's that distance? Distance. Height offset. Okay, how much can you come down? Okay. What does that look like? I don't think it's going to help. Like, we can give it a try, but I'm worried these plates are going to drag on the ground. I can always just grind them off. Like, we don't actually need them anymore. Okay, so this is going to be the back one. So, steering off, propulsion and brake on. Like, I'm far from an expert with these settings. Keep those things where they are, maybe. And the defaults are default for a reason. Okay, let's put those on. And then let's apply them to this, because that's going to copy a lot of the set. Why aren't you done? Hello? Oh, because you did the block instead. But this one we will have steering on, propulsion off, and brakes off. So we're brake from behind. Let's copy those. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. So yeah, next time we'll put the suspension on, have the wheels off, land this thing, and then we will lift it up with a jack. We need to put a piston on as well. Then we can clear the ground. That might actually make the projection side of things easier. As well, because we can adjust the height, the wheel height independently. Oh, wrong way around. There we go. And then we have to check out if we have any clearance on the mag plates. Go a bit more. I don't really see any issues. Gonna go kaboom on me. The only potential issue is that this thing is going to weigh. It weighs a lot. Let's stop this and make sure that is off. Da-da. Cool. Nice. I'm gonna take these off. Yeah, I thought that might happen. What about this one? You're gonna crush me? I'll leave the piston on for now. Oh, it looks like G-force is having an issue, so I need to save it quickly. I may get disconnected. Sometimes happens. Yeah, so I'm worried that the weight inside this thing is too great. There you go. Like, look at those tires go down. We may need an extra set of wheels, but we'll keep the piston on though. We'll see how it goes. Let's get rid of these blocks. There we go. We'll leave the ship there. And let's see. Oh, we need something to drive this, don't we? Let's put something up here. We don't need these parachute hatches anymore because we've landed. I must say I'm really happy with how that worked. I want something with a roof. That is not going to work. It has to be off to one side. Come on, Bob. Do you drop? Okie dokie. So what are the odds of this going badly? What do you think? We may need to increase the power. Because this thing is heavy. Did I put the wrong wheels on the... Oh shit. Shoot. Sorry. Excuse my French. Did I put all of the wrong... I do not use... In my defense, I do not use wheels very often. That should be left. That is not left. Does it matter? Right front. Yeah. What a nab. God damn it. I thought it changed the, I could have sworn I changed them. But maybe I just, yeah. Okay. Okay. So that's done now. I have no idea if that's going to cause me headaches. So, rear, that is embarrassing, to be honest. It's not doing steering, but it's supplying power. Let's do 10% at a time. What does strength do? Oh. I don't know what that does. But I'm moving and friction, let's keep the speed limit down. Like, we don't need to go that fast. And we can always turn it up. Propulsion override, what is this? I don't know. Are we able to move? Okay, I don't really see us moving. We can steer. Are we parked? No, I don't think we're parked. That's parked. That's locked. That's not parked. Like, it is trying to move, but there's not enough. There's not enough juice. Propulsion override. That's probably like thrust override. Power and strength. What happens if I put strength at 10? Is that suspension strength? Maybe? My kingdom for a horse. I'm gonna increase the strength a little bit more. Yeah, this feels suspension-y. And that is trying to move now. Like, it's moving more than it was when it was down. So let's take a bigger increment now. Moving in a crawl. Okay. I think propulsion override is going to be like thrust override. So I don't really want to do that because that's going to get us moving at rest when we should be stopping. Okay. I'm seeing that wheel on the right slip. Which makes me think that there's a friction. I think there's a friction. Friction. Let's go bump this up. So the power was there. It wants to move, but I think the friction is... I can walk faster than this. What's going on? Yeah, I think I don't have enough power. Like, we are kind of moving. We are on an incline. Come on. Get free of this incline. Like, it wants to move. But if I just put power and we have no friction, then I think if we get off this incline, we should be able to move normally. Wiggle it just a little bit. Yeah, I think more wheels would help. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. Because we have the mats. It's not like we're starved for them. I don't know how much clearance we want and how many blocks are those. So it's 3 by 3, isn't it? So 3 by 3, 1 clearance. That's fine. 3x3, one clearance, and then another. Actually, we can do it there. And this is going to be left. That's right. That's left. And you like that. Okay. Now it's right. Okay. Well, at least here we have the right, the left and right rows in the right places. Okay. And then let's copy the settings. Same on this one. There we go. Let's check hydrogen. Getting light. Okay, so rear. Oh, because yeah, that's okay. So, let's go back here. Power was 80, strength was 50, height offset is correct, friction should be 100. Okay, propulsion. Okay. Park. Still not seeing much in the way of movement. They're powered. It's off. It's on. Okay. Is it our mass? Like we're 900,000 kilograms. Bump the power up. And bump the power up first and then the strength, maybe. Is the strength of the suspension? Actually moving. If I try reverse, this looks like it's okay. Okay. Like I don't know if this is like because we're not level. It's just a mass issue. Yeah, because those ones are spinning. are you actually moving? When I said don't run them out of the cockpit. What's going on? I don't know. I think that I will try bigger wheels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's do this. And I guess I should put it on park. The issue is B that the issue is going to be these are going to be 5x5 wheels, which means I think I need to make this 3x3, so that's
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Bob, bring your bikes. Off-road, so that is the right, and that is the left. We are going to do the right way around today. Left the debacle just now. What is the orientation in these? Is up. I'm supposed to know that. Left. Oh shoot. Blue. These are chunky monkeys, aren't they? and this is left. Still not enough space. Intention ground.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Pretty big.
Energy low.
That's because of you.
Inventory full.
Red. 8 left. The wheel's behind me. That should be clear. I don't get it. Are we not up high enough? Will you come to the rescue, please? We had the other one at 6. Oh. Okay. What? I think I lost the head. Did it go through? Like this.
Inventory full.
Something doesn't smell right. Okay, let's move this up. A little bit more. I think it's lifting the whole structure up. So now we should definitely have enough clearance from the ground, I think. This is left. And let's try putting it on this part here. Okay, got a wheel. Awfully far from the other side. But maybe we'll try these big chunky dudes. And let's do the other. Take that off. 8. And we want the right hand side, we want the right colour. Build everything out, didn't we? How many is this? 3? Yeah, 3. 1. And the orientation here looks different to the other side. Yeah, that's better. This one is aligned with these. Now, can we get away with just 4 wheels? That would be nice. Okay, it's made. Let's bring you down. Okay. And while that's happening, let's check our hydrogen, which is down. Gonna do some more. Because climbing back up here when you're out of hydrogen is tricky. Come on. Okie dokie. Wheels are done. Piston should be up. Is that fully up now? Ah, because of the mag plate. Step back a little bit. I don't want to get smacked in the face by a mag plate. Okie-dokie. That should be good. That's going to retract. Okay. One thing I do need to do is make sure the front. And we don't need to label the rear at the moment because there's everything else that's not front. So front. They're going to be used for steering, but not for propulsion. They're not going to be used for braking because otherwise we, tip over ourselves. This is not used for steering, but it's used for everything else. The power is going to go up. Strength is going to go up. Height offset, we can do that in a minute for all of the wheels. Keep friction the same, bring speed limit down. Doesn't really matter to what. Just the height. Offset. I think I have these upside down. Can I offset? Like they're not moving after that, so that is related to strength, isn't it? Let's bring the strength up, but we don't want them bone hard. And what? No, don't run away from me. Parking maybe. But this is whoops. Park. Off. On. I'm a little bit conscious about running into the rocket. happen. Why is... I'm moving and park was engaged. So what did we learn? We learned that power is the strength 50. Power is 50. Then the front left, we had the height offset was 84 centimeters. Okay, so we can set the height offset to be getting any friction on that wheel. I'm going backwards. Like, why is that wheel moving when we're not moving? Park on, everything stops. Make these like I want to make sure they're not off the ground. Maybe friction. Speed limit down because I'm just not sure what's going on. Okay, take a park, go backwards, forwards. This one looks like it's off the ground. This one's touching. Pretty sure that one's touching. This one looks like it's too high. So let's take that height. Offset. No, we want it to touch the ground, so we want it to come down. Let's make it higher. We don't want it so high that it pushes us up too much. Let's try 1 meter. This one was kind of doing the same. So let's make this a little bit higher. Okay. It's not exactly the same, but about centimeters matters that much. Okay, off, backwards. Okay, let's push. Come on, come on. Yeah, this one at the back doesn't look like it's touching at all. It's touching. What if I try a trick? Mass. So there's you can use batteries and not actually build them, but you still get the mass from them. So if I build some wireframe batteries and I put them at the back, that's going to give me more mass at the back. And therefore potentially more traction. So parking brake off. No. Go push. Just want to get clear of the ship if I can. Going backwards, pushing back with the wheel. Are we actually sliding? Okay, that is not working. Okay, so plans, what do we want now? C? D? Is this. Move the ship. Cloak it. Although you'll still drive into it if you cloaked it. Okay. Turn those on. Engines are on. Okay. Are we going to hover? Are we moving? We're not. Let's while we're here, we'll just move the ship closer to the Chronix. And hopefully be perpendicular with the ground. A bit more than we were just now. Okay, looks like it's locked. And we're not moving. Good. To every problem there's a solution. I should really spend some time in playing with wheels, because I've never, I apart from a tiny bit, I've never done anything with them. So I don't really know what half the settings are. Okay, parking's off. Now can we move? Yes. We are moving. It's not super fast. I think we're off the incline. Yes. That's more like it. Yeah, it's because we're on a hill. I dread to think how long that actually took. But we learned a few things, so that's okay. I'm happy with that. And at the end of the day, we're only really kind of a kilometre away from the deposit that we were aiming for. We're going to go and reach this one, because that's kind of this edge of the field. Slow down. Park. Yes. Wow. You know. Oh, there you go. That's what you get for, like, I've got almost got a million kilograms here. So, no, we don't want to do it, John. Good bot. Stop trying to get us to do dangerous things. Okay, so yeah, our experiment was a success. We managed to drop this from a pretty high altitude at the outer edge of the planet. It dropped down, it landed, it was pretty much in the right orientation, the parachutes worked, everything kind of worked pretty well with this. I had a little bit of headaches playing with the wheels, but you know, that worked in the end. Now we've got all our stuff. We've got Chroniix underneath our feet, so that's good. We can set up a drill for that and start setting up the space. Awesome. So I'm going to take 5 minutes break. I need to go have a pee and make some coffee and that sort of stuff. I'll put intermission on and I'll be back in 5. I can find the right scene. There you go. Oh, helps if my mic is on. It's a bit better. Got a cold drink. Okie dokie. Where are we at? Okay, so we've we landed. Got our rocket. We can get back to base. We got jumped by space pirates and we lost our atmospheric flyer, but we found the Croniacs and we can build out now. Finally. We can actually, let's think, this thing doesn't need to be on wheels. This thing doesn't need to be mobile. We can get rid of these. This is about giving us a bit more traction. We can, yeah, let's put this down. Don't be shy. Okay. Should be good. Yeah. And then we can tell Bob to recover these mats. Oh, look, we left tracks. Oh, that's pretty neat. So we can get rid of that. I always get the wrong point on these. The hitbox on these suspension is always confuse me. And I guess now, because we are because we know we're level, we can actually bring this down. Okay, this is actually working out better than I hoped. So we can bring this down to the ground. Let's get rid of that connector while we're here. Because we don't need that, and we don't need that. Yeah. We won't put mag plates back on these struts. Because clang. I've had weird things happen when you have a structure attached to the ground, and then you attach things to it, and then suddenly everything kind of goes wonky. Or it did for me before. So we'll bring the piston down. That will bring this base down onto the ground. And then we will probably stop it about here. Okay. How close are we now? Pick some scaffolding colour. And use the local grid line. Let's come down a little bit more, I think. No, that's actually into the ground. Why is that not, because of the mag plate? Huh. Okay, no, it's no worries. Let's bring this down. Get rid of this. There we go. Little bump, but that's fine. That's fine. We'll probably reclaim most of these materials anyway. And then we can use the projector. We can project our mining base that we had, and let's shuffle it. So the orientation is correct. We can shuffle it to think There's chronics all around here, so that's not a big deal. Let's shuffle it to... Right, let's go left. And then forward a few. And then let's use the trick that I mentioned before. And I want to do a tips and tricks on this one. So we have a antenna on the deployable. So now we can control K and connect to the terminal and then access the projector. So we've already set the pitch, so that's correct. Then we wanted a little bit this way, 10, and then a little bit that way, 10. Let's see where we are. Okay. And the landing pad is on the other way around. And we want power first. So it needs to come down a little bit. And then we'll probably raise it up by 1 and we'll sink a block into the ground and maybe do it that way around. I'm not sure yet. So Shift K, connect to the terminal and projector. And then the vertical, around. Something like that. Okay. And we want power up and running first. Or I would like power up and running first. Color. And then I think if we can't do local grid replacement. We get this aligned, is that going to work, or do we need to have the projector attached to the ground? I've only ever done it before, starting off from the ground, so I'm not 100% sure about this. What happens if I do that? That's not highlighting the block. Because it's not on the same grid as the projector. Okay. It's okay. We can fix that. So now we can build out. This is the mining terminals. I'm a bit worried that the thing's floating around there. Whoops, it's a mistake. What's going to happen now? Yeah, that does that. Okay. That's what I thought might happen. That's good. Because we can always anchor it to the ground later. Okay. Bob is set not to build new yet. Yeah, I took this fairly early on. The small habitat is there, the refiners are in place. These are the docking ports for the mining ships. I usually use Pam. Hey, Squirrel Taco. Yeah, this should be set up as a ship. I suppose I could. Let me just redraw. There's a YouTube thingy that's can't attach blocks as a station. Yeah. Yeah. So this is still currently a ship because this is something that we deployed. Ouch. But it looks like this is working, and then once it starts building this out, we can convert it to the station. And then we can always yeah, we can always anchor it to the ground from underneath in spectator mode. I know it's a bit of a cheat, but otherwise we could just build out the projector, I guess, on the ground, already attached into the voxels. Yeah, we can do that. Why not? I don't like too many hacky things, so yeah. Hard landing. And so what I'm going to do is I want to build the power generator first. So for this we need a battery. Actually, yeah, I need a battery. And a projector. How's it going? You having a good week? There's the front. The wrong colour, of course. Ba-da-ba-dum. And I also need a control. I can remember which actual one it was. Base, maybe? No. Oh, no. I think it was this one. Yeah, okay. And let's go and turn this one off. Ah, fires. Hopefully you're safe. Of course, the problem with doing it this way around is I can't use my trick with the antenna. I think we just need to move the forward a bit. This and then you never know which way. Okay, it's not your roll. No, could be roll actually. No, not roll. Pitch. The one we didn't try. Docking bay. That's okay, and then to come this way. And then this way. That's probably it's a little bit high, so maybe let's bring it down one. That's more like it. Okay, cool. Cooking with gas. That thing is a little bit far away, but we can move the bobs across. We're going to consume all of this anyway, so there's not a problem. Okay, and the inaugural block I will do myself. And then let's go and turn Bob on. When I've done this before with ships, what I've done is weld to functional only, just to save on mats to start off, just to get the entire shape in place. Good old Bob. Still new. This station has... where did I put Bob? Where did I put Bob? There's one at the other end, but I think that's an earlier blueprint. Yeah, it's not on there. Where did I put it on this one? I had one down here, but I moved it. It's at the back. I don't know. I may have to deal with that part of the But it's nice to have people from cousins from the States dropping in for a visit. I'm based in Berlin, Germany. Come on, build my cargo. And I want this Bob over here as soon as possible. The dust storm. Batteries are underneath the main, I'm not really sure what it's called, this area, yeah. Now I'm regretting taking the wheels off this thing so early. Let's just check. Let's go and get a bit more hydrogen. To remember to make a bookmark. Visibility is awful. bane of my existence. Now my main worry about building this base on this planet is the lack of water. I'm pretty sure we have enough to get it back into orbit.
Energy low.
Short of finding wrecks and derelicts. It'll be tricky. Tick so far, with the deployable, is working pretty well. Bob's mostly beats us to it. You're working on it. Got numbers improving. I'm worried we didn't bring enough. And yeah, we did not. What the hell? Okay, that's fine. It's almost ready. So much what we need. Let's put like tons of that. There's no search not working. Okay, so some power is on its way. System still tubes, but that's okay. Like we can deconstruct the bulb and that will do stuff. So I'm not so worried about that. Can you give me a look at it? I'm still streaming. Yeah, give me 15 minutes. And then Lego. Deal? Oh, right, I promise. You set the timer. 15 minutes. How many minutes? Good girl. Like what? Ah, you want some... Okay, I can get some cream out of it. Okay? Yes, please. You've been bitten. Go and get the bite cream. The table. Scratching it. It itches, so you scratch it. The bite cream. It's got blue on the bottle. Yeah. See? And you're like,
Look on the screen.
what? I know. Look. You see the wind and the sand? Can you believe it? It's like super dusty. Okay.
That's
Yeah. You need to be careful. You can't scratch it. Okay. If you scratch it, it goes worse. Can you put that back on the table, please? Thank you.
Energy low.
Okay. I'm gonna get some energy. And as you heard, I will be here for about 10 minutes more. Because the Rug Rat wants to play Lego. And secretly, so do I. Looks like the storm has passed. And it looks like Bob has done. One of the things I like about Bob and projections is it works on the conveyors first, because they're all kind of, everything's kind of linked together via the kind of conveyors. So you get the bones of your environment up pretty quick, which is pretty cool. Looks like the landing pad is going to be soon. Rather the refiners. We can work on that in a minute. That's done. These are actually done. Okay, cool, sweet. So yeah, we have some power, not a lot. There's some. I'm not sure if they're not high enough or there's just terrible wind on this on Lazuna. But we have the core infrastructure up and running. I'm not going to use PAM on this planet. I don't think so. That might change. But what we'll do is we'll set up a drill set here and essentially kind of dig a big hole. I'm not a massive fan of the using static drills because you always have to move them and adjust them and so on and so forth. Whereas with PAM, you have to change the area that they mine in, but that's about it. Everything else kind of carries on running as it should. But that's good. But we have a problem where small steel tubes is an issue, which means I need an assembler. I do have one on my ship, so maybe that's a better option. Let's grab that. Let's help get this done, and then we can move it. Tasty steel plate. keep the infrastructure that we have on the tick in place until I'm confident that we have pretty much everything up and running. On the base.
Inventory full.
Got stuff. Those tubes over here. But that's not going to be enough. We are. I don't know if there's any iron nearby here. And what's your problem? Oh, I'm out of blade. Okay, so the key parts are part of the house is done. It gives us some medical, so we can. How many are we short of? Probably. I thought I bought 20, but. We're missing displays and steel tubes. Oh, great. Wonderful. So, I need to tweak. Bob. I usually say do nearest first, but I'm changing to furthest first. Up. And we can slowly tearing this down. That's not going to give us 400. God. Ah, I knew there'd be something I forget. What about, we're going to need this anyway. Let's make some tubes. What about... Good old parachute hatches, they did as well. Not that anymore, we're not driving into it. So with furthest set, we don't need some sort of tubes, good. And we don't need to worry about doing that portion yet. So we have furthest set Bob, which means I think that we can we've got 30.
Inventory full.
Oh, flyby. Okay, and then
Energy low.
okay. So we have the bob now set to furthest first. So what I was going to do is one of the bobs to deconstruct.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
It's the tubes I want, and I need an access port.
Inventory full.
A lot of large steel tubes, so
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
Silver age.
Inventory
I
full.
don't have my inventory set to be super big. I did expand it a little.
Inventory full.
That was too much. Do I get any tubes? One tube. Great. Aha! Bob picks them up. Good. That should allow us to get this one. Computers now. This last part should be fairly easy. What do I have on me? Some tubes. Put that in here actually. Can't really get motion sick if you play this game. But you can't play this game if you are motion sick. Oh, that's my 15-minute mark. Stop. So let me hopefully I can get this finished. So I hear the pitter patter of tiny feet. Not so tiny, she's 5 now. Two more trips to you. Should be the last one, I think. Nice. Okay. Get this set up. Fly, grind if while stuck. Others, build new. An ugly pink. Turn that off. And you do nearest first. Okay. And there we go. Cool. So that's done, and yeah, I think reasonable progress has been made. Looks like the landing pad is done. Oh, I need some hydrogen. Looks like the landing pad is done. This is a slightly older blueprint than I thought I had, but it's good enough for now. We have a problem with small steel tubes, but that's something that we can possibly work around. Looks like a large chunk of the infrastructure is up and running. Control. Double check storage. There were some large containers underneath here. But I think we'll double check that in the next session. We do have power. We've got the bob set up, so they should be good to run. So I'm going to call it wraps there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. Thanks for the chat. Great to see you guys. Successful test, I think. We built a little tick, which is a deployable container with some gubbins around the outside to kind of make building up a new base easier. We got here, we got jumped by space pirates, and we lost our atmospheric fighter that we had with us. It was attached to the front of the ship, very secure. Duct tape all over the place. But our ticks didn't get hit, so we were fine on that front. We found approximately the right location. It deployed okay. Parachutes came out. It landed roughly horizontally, which was quite good. But we were about 1 kilometer away from the ore that we were looking for. Considering we were blind, we're only going from that map that they have for this scenario. I think that's pretty good. Fairly, like 1 kilometer away from the ore is pretty good with no GPS. So yeah, we are a little bit short of resources. So I will probably go back and get some and bring them back. I don't think we have enough. Like I didn't bring any ore with me. We've got enough things like steel plate and interior plate and that sort of stuff, but it's the things like small steel tubes. And I think there's one other thing that we were missing. So yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do about hydrogen on this planet. Whether it's just making sure that I have enough supplies in the big ship. I do need to build a better ship. So this ship is great for being in space. It's maneuverable, it's fast, it's got decent firepower. I can deal with anything that kind of comes at me. As you saw earlier, we were jumped by 2 space pirates, and we took them out. It took a bit of damage, but that's what fighting is about. If you took no damage at all, it would be boring. So there's always some risk, I hope. So yeah, I think things are working out pretty right. The base is coming along. It looks good. Again, this is an older blueprint, but again, it's got the refineries. It's got the yield mods on it. Once we bring back some more materials, we'll set up a drill site and get drilling for cryonics. So, cool. Yeah, I'm going to call it a day. So, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, and if you want more content like this in the future, or tips and tricks for space engineers, subscribe. I'll see you later. Take care. Ciao, ciao. Okay, now where did I put the stream ending?